you online.
Yeah, it says it reconnected successfully.
So what's up? We're back on.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, crazy, bro. That was freaked out. But no, man, it's just
has a little bit of a
and just
delay.
going back to the whole like what we're taught. Like there's only like 3 or 4 publishing companies and that are putting out books, and like 4 or 5 people that are putting out like content on the TV through the internet. Like there's only that little bit of people that are actually sharing the whole information with the whole like United States. Jeff Bezos owns the most credited newspaper, too many, the Washington Post. It's there. We could go about this all night.
I think they said there's like 4 major, was it cable corporations or whatever?
Yeah.
And they're all owned by like 3 people.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you ever seen those charts though?
And they made it smart because they regionalized, so they have that entire market to themselves.
Have you saw that clip on YouTube where they're just playing news cycles from just different news stations and everyone is saying the same thing?
Exact same thing.
Come on, man. Yep. What type of is that not mind control or some sort of mind control? Like
it sure
if
is.
I'm gonna feed you the same news cycle, everything, every day, everybody. Come on now, man.
I'm about to pull up these charts, bro. It's crazy. Like, it just goes back to how effed up the world is, man.
I mean...
No, look at this, though. Look at this. So, look. You got...
Yeah, there's
here you go. You got Coca-Cola,
1%.
Nestle, PepsiCo. You have General... What is that? General Mills, Kellogg's, Mars. Those just who run that stuff. But, bro, when you go to all these different ones, and I forget what these charts are called, but they're weird, man. There's only like 2 or 3 companies that own everything.
Yeah.
Pfizer, Kaiser Permanente, General GE, all these, bro, they own everything. Like, I don't think there's a way that we could ever change that.
No, it's not going to change. It's just about being awake. If, like, and I don't want to turn this shit to, like, a racial thing. But look,
bro, it's a thing. It's a thing.
What if black people stopped shopping at all these expensive places and everything for a whole month?
Now, are you talking
Just
full black people? Or are you talking mixed people? Like,
no, people,
because that's small group of people.
This fool speaks his, hey, bro.
They're
this
the
could
ones
be good.
who. Why do you think Bentley and all these people don't have commercials for their cars? Because these fucking rappers have it in their videos. They promote that shit for
just because they can't. Well, in my mind, they're so luxurious cars that they can't produce enough for the mainstream people to pay for it.
The mainstream people can't afford it.
Exactly. They got a smaller bracket, which isn't the people that are seeing all the marketing. They're a step up where it's more word of mouth.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. People ask me all the time. Come on, like literally. The only reason, and this goes back to why the iPhone got popular. Everybody had a BlackBerry when everybody in Hollywood was using a BlackBerry. iPhones got popular when everybody started using iPhones in Hollywood. Everybody gets what they see on TV. Everybody dresses what they see on TV.
For celebrities, it was a security thing.
Yeah, security thing, but at the same time, that's why all these kids have that.
Oh, yeah.
But there's so much influence is what I'm going off of. Like, literally... You don't see, like, Rolexes. They don't have commercials.
They don't have to, because it's in rapper
Gucci's?
videos.
Gucci? When's the last time you seen Gucci?
It's all on Instagram. What do
bro,
you
I've seen Gucci commercials on the real world, bro. They talked about Gucci, that second hand.
I guess I've been out of cable for a while, so I don't know what it looks like anymore.
I flip through, all you see is, I'm inside of Gucci spending $20,000, $10,000. Like, if you got it, hey, I ain't mad at you, you know what I mean? But, hey, you know. I'm not going to. Hey, do your thing.
I'm trying to find this guy.
Tax write-off for some of them. Hey, it was a gift.
Yeah.
I donated it.
Bro,
when your wallet's more than what you can put in
it. Hey. Shit.
I
don't knock anybody for spending what they're spending. So.
Yeah, I mean.
I want to spend more. I was talking about how I wanted to go to Vegas, right? And just drop all my gambling money on one hand, just black or red on roulette. And just see what happens.
Do it.
Oh, man. I haven't talked myself out of it yet is the worst part. Like, I'm still thinking I might do it.
Okay, maybe don't. Let me not talk you into that. But that sound good.
Because if I just go drop it, double up, That pays for the whole trip.
There's a 50% chance.
There's a chance.
It's 50%.
Are the cards in my favor? That 50%. We don't
Depends
know.
on how you feeling when you walk in.
So I gotta be hyped up.
Going back to what you were saying, there's this guy, I forget his name. He's the one that teaches his kids. He got a bunch of flack for teaching his kids how to reload guns. They can name presidents, and he's a good example of what homeschool could do. And you know which guy I'm talking about?
I don't know. When you said president, do you think how fucked up is it that there was like 4 presidents before actual George Washington, before George Washington, and we weren't even taught that?
Exactly. Oh yeah, 100%. Like 100%. It's crazy. They don't want us to know about stuff because, and like the thing about history, none of it's 100% true.
The word history, the origin of the word.
Yes.
Oh.
You take the first part, his, last part, story. It's a man telling. And how many men lied to make them dicks look big? Like, come on, man. Like, to tell, man, I caught a fish that was 20 pounds and it was a 2-pound.
Robert Shriver.
Like, come on, man. Like, you want to, and that's why I have a hard time about like a Bible. I believe in a higher power, but a Bible was words written from another man.
Yeah.
It passed down, and how many times?
Passed down.
And you want to know how I tell that? A telephone game like you played in school. At the end of 15 kids, it gets construed.
So,
well, I think about it like this, right? So I've been watching some like night shows and stuff, I think, on YouTube and stuff, and like one of them, this dude's like the king of this town, and he's like the only one writing letters in the history of how it's going, when this other guy who's the one that's actually like in the battle, fighting, killing, like defeating people, is like being locked up for treason because he's trying to say he was doing it. So it's like, wow. I mean, I can only imagine, like, look at emojis, right? For our today's day and age, if you don't know what it is, who's going to tell you the story about it? Our kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
bro, what do you guys think about this fucking Momo challenge?
Oh man, my 7-year-old.
Bro, I went off
the picture. I was like, "Have you saw this before?" He started crying.
What is it?
So there was a kid. There's this video that started on Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
And it was on YouTube for kids.
Actually. She infiltrated every like little toy like review, like how Cammy watches.
Yeah.
And basically it was telling kids to stab themselves, kill themselves.
Turn on the gas stoves.
Turn on the stoves.
Whoa.
Turn on this.
And if you tell anybody, I will kill your parents too. Dang. And it tells them to kill themselves.
Is this a comment or is this like another video?
No, it's a video embedded in a video.
Oh, it's like a GIF type deal?
Yeah, it's a challenge. So you have to like, there's levels to it. So you guys do something here, and it gets worse eventually where you slit your wrist, don't tell your parents, turn the gas on, basically kill your family.
You guys ever heard of the BME Payment Olympics?
What the fuck?
You've never heard of the BME Payment Olympics?
Never.
So this is a story that I heard growing up, but I guess it's like a challenge to see who can like hurt themselves the most. And it came down to a tie. I guess one dude cut one part of his genitals off, the other dude cut another part of his.
Was that a joke?
No, I'm serious. Like,
what?
So I mean, like, just the stories evolve now that YouTube and social media and Twitch and all these, like, it gets out there so much quicker that, like, you guys didn't know about it, but I knew about it. But today's age, this shit spreads so quick.
She's like, well, they've been doing that shit for years. She's like, Halloween time, they was always
shit. Christmas is a pagan holiday, bro.
All of this shit, yes, everything is.
We're worshiping what? I'll have you say it. Marshall, say it for us.
What? Go ahead.
If we're worshiping, like, if we're having Christmas,
yeah,
everybody's family, everybody's doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So if it's a pagan holiday, what does that mean? You haven't said anything bad. Come on, man. Do it for us. Explain pagan to us.
I mean, it's just I guess, type of lifestyle. People worshiping a different set of gods. They have their own set of
rules. There's bad and there's evil, guys.
Yeah. So
it depends on who you are. You create your own story. If you want to believe bad or good, or if you want to believe whatever you want to believe.
100%. What I feel about, like, but seeing, like, people that have actually been dead, they all have the same type of story. Like, life flashed in front of their eyes, and either they felt really sick because they were a horrible person, and these people are always, like, begging, like, I wish I could do things different, and they change their lives quickly because with that near-death experience, they felt the wrath of hell, being that last thought lives with you. Because I feel like there's energy that lives with you after you're dead for a little while. And so what I feel is when that light flashes in front of you, you better hope in everything you love that you've done better than you have.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Bro, I've heard some fun.
Because Grandpa used to tell some ghost stories about where you living right now.
I swear, after Grandpa died, bro, I swear.
He be telling some ghost stories about how he be waking up in the middle of the night and there's a ghost just standing at the bed of his.
Do you remember those stories Grandma used to tell us about how like if you pick like the roses from the graveyard, they come tickle your feet in the middle of the night?
Yeah.
And like literally like. That's crazy. But when I told Grandma this story, but when Grandpa passed away like a week later, there was something stopping in the bathroom. Nobody was home. It was either Uncle Joe or Grandpa.
He said he heard stuff upstairs all the time, and he'd be the only one there.
And my grandma would hear babies crying, like thinking all the kids were at school. Like, you've ever had a ghost experience?
No.
You believe in ghosts?
I believe in something, but then
you hear some of these stories, it's like, what the fuck?
It's like, And then I saw this funny video by this one black dude. He was like, well, if there's ghosts, then why the hell the slaves ain't come back and haunt everybody else?
I don't feel like it's necessarily like ghosts, but I feel like it's just bad energy. Like, I feel like the whole thing, like, when you have an anxiety attack, and
it's you traveling to another dimension.
Bro, I 100% believe that, because when I get freaked out and I have my anxiety attacks, everything stops in front of me, and I felt like I was already either at my house or at work. Like, let's just put it that way. Like, if I'm in the middle of work, have an anxiety attack, have to pull over for somewhere, I feel like I've arrived somewhere. I had backed up, or I just traveled too fast in my mind. And I start going freaking crazy. Like, I flip out. Bro, it's crazy.
You ever forget that you're driving?
Bro,
like you
lose
because you've made the same drive.
I'm dead serious. I feel like people that have had anxiety attacks like that, I feel like you're literally living in a multi-dimensional world at that point. Yeah. Because I literally feel when I'm having anxiety attacks, I can't think about anything going on right now. I'm always pushed back in the back, and it's vivid. Like, memories from, like, ex-girlfriends, you know, my bad past, or I flip to the future and I'm like in this, like, if I'm in a good state of mind at the point, like my mind's going towards the right way, like I'm in this nice shiny fucking Lamborghini.
You're creating a picture or a story for yourself to go after.
I'm telling you, when I get anxiety attacks, man, when they start, like, I have to turn it off when I turn on. Listen to Alex Jones.
You be getting too deep into your own head, is what it is.
No, because I really feel it's real. Like,
those multi.
Have you heard the multi-universes?
I've heard of it.
Like, Alex Jones talks about it, and he gets too much into it. Like I feel like it's real, man. I don't feel like there's a future, present, and past.
It's
all at the same time.
A lot of things going on at the same time, and you can just flash in and out of different emotions or characters.
But that's, again, probably knowledge they've withheld from us to keep us in the same state of mind.
That's where I'm saying. That's where time comes up.
Yeah.
That's where time comes up.
So with the
there's just
ability
so
that
many
the government has and these 1%ers, can't they, like, clone us and make us become multiple people and put us in these different dimensions all at the same time?
Bro, they made man pigs.
Isn't that more efficient?
They made man pigs in 1956.
I know.
Bro, there was actually one cloned human in China. But one clone, it actually worked. Nobody talks about China or somewhere Asia, somewhere in Asia. But it's been successful.
That's what artificial intelligence is taking us to.
Bro, but it's scary.
It's going to be better than what we are.
Yeah, it's going to be better. Obviously, look at these
more
robots
efficient.
they have.
You could have 15 of you if you wanted to.
Bro, the thing that scared me, this is how scared I am from it, is
Scary.
I was watching the commercial, the Samsung commercial, I think it was.
Yeah.
And this bitch is laying down, and she's getting a tattoo by a robot. That shit probably looks so good. Like, everything we do, they're going to do it better.
I mean, yeah, that's what they're doing now. How much do you see handcrafted stuff anymore?
They want that shit automated. Ship that shit right out.
Have you guys played with a note before? Where if you want to, like, write, like, a paper, Like, you can literally make it look like regular handwriting.
Yeah.
And it'll make it look like good handwriting on a piece of paper, handwritten note, and then you could print it off of, like, one of the Samsung's websites. And it comes out like a fucking letter, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's everything. We are going to be nothing when robots are around. They're not going to
They're
need
already around.
No, I'm talking about when
I'm just saying, like, they really have those. There's videos.
Oh, bro, that one where they took like DNA from somebody's head, and it was from an Asia, and these guys were like having tablets, and they were like making the thing do stuff, and it was like it was creepy, bro.
They got some shit. That's all.
It's creepy.
We only are shown what they want.
Do you feel like there's?
What about this?
What
about Elon Musk building these tunnels?
No, hold up. Wait.
There was a customer
Hold
the
up.
other
I
day,
got something for that.
She works at the base.
Yeah.
And the mountains.
Yeah.
NORAD.
Yeah, and she was telling us like they don't let obviously anyone there. In her group, there's only 13 people.
Yeah.
And she's only been as far as getting to the spot where they close it and they let her see it and they tell her she can't go past that.
You want to know where the NORAD goes? Go straight up to DIA.
Yeah, of course.
And you want to know what those places are for?
Lucifer.
When shit goes down, there's tunnels underneath that bitch for all the people that are billionaires.
Yeah.
We're going to be like those in Germany when we fucked all that shit up. We're going to be those little, what do you call them? Peasants on the road begging for food and shit. When our whole fucking place is
Are we going below ground or are we going into space?
No, you want to hear something fucked up though?
Or is the space the distraction while everyone goes underground?
I just don't like what's his name? Eddie? Eddie thinks space is the distraction for fake UFOs to scare the public into a one world government. If people get so scared of aliens, you know what I mean?
You think that's why it's kind of being like they found out like recently in the last couple years that it's prevalent, like that might be a good thing to release, and like you think Area 51 might come.
Area 51, there's nothing. I don't think there's nothing to worry about. Area 51, it's just another distraction. It's a bunch of land for them to test out all these planes that they're using to make people think that they are UFOs. Like, what?
It's guarded air.
I wish we had. I just want to put it this way. So you talked about Elon Musk's tunnels, right?
All these tunnels.
So I want you to look up on your phone right now.
He was saying you can go like 100 miles underground with just tunnels, efficient tunnels that you can go, 1,000 miles an hour and get to wherever you need to go in, an hour.
I want you to look this up on your phone right now. Look where those tunnels were supposed to be, and look where the fires were.
I mean,
have you seen that shit?
No, I haven't seen it.
Bro, the fires are directly correlated, like the perimeter of where they want to put those underground tunnels.
I don't doubt it.
Well, you were showing me a video the other day about a conspiracy here in the Springs with like a drawn out map and the names of the roads and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's about
Go ahead,
there's
elaborate.
like some Bible verse about how Colorado Springs is like
yeah.
the center of like a lot of these conspiracies because like
we're the Bible capital of the world.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
We have more churches per square mile per capita than anywhere in the United States.
It's crazy.
And that's why a lot of people are a bunch of assholes here, I feel. A lot of people of faith that have money are...
That's why they don't have concerts here.
Exactly.
It's like for big artists because these church groups are like...
They shut them down.
Oh, bro, we keep picking up viewers, man. Chime in, guys. Chime in.
Yeah, there you go. People picking up.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, just how much, like... bro, like, just the children these days, like... I just put it on today. Somebody put a basketball, like, little, like, street court like we had in cul-de-sac, blah, blah, blah. Kids don't even they don't even know what stitches are. Like, when's the last time you seen a kid that needed stitches? Bro, we used to play football in the street.
Twice across my chin.
How many times did I get stitched? I was stitched up all the damn time.
I don't know if you heard our first podcast, but we were telling the story about how Chris was the if you do it, I'll do it. I'll do it kind of guy. He was the one that would go. And then it would end up getting to the point where he got either too injured or something happened. Our parents would come out and stop us. Like, well, looks like you're the only one that had to do it.
I had to wear a maxi pad, bro, for 2 weeks because of this motherfucker.
Whoa, damn.
He lit a firework out of his butt crack, and the fuse of the firework landed and fell in his butt crack and stayed there. And gave him like 3-degree burns on his butt crack. It was like blistered. So, this is when I was younger, and my grandma's like, the first thing she did, she's like, well, you can't put a big pad there, it's gonna fall off. She goes, I got an idea, bro, and I just slapped it on there at work. I didn't want it to get infected, but I'm telling you, taking a shit was hard. It was hard. But no, man, like kids are just crazy these days, man, and like just bro, like the whole, bro, but there's so much bad influence. Like I think it's gonna be okay to be a snitch because of 6ix9ine. No, I'm just kidding. That's so stupid to say. We've gotten to the point with technology, with how quickly it spreads, that our kids can pick shit up quick.
Yeah.
So like there's a scared factor because of the amount of information we have access to. The kids just they don't know what to do with the information yet, and sometimes they make poor decisions because of what they interpreted. So I think it's got such a scare factor that everyone's being a lot more cautious. Like we used to walk all the way to school and back like it was nothing all day. We'd be on the street all day, every day, and I still have to convince my girlfriend that it's okay for Trin to walk a block and a half around the corner to my little brother's house.
Screw school, bro. We used to ride our bikes in the mall sometimes.
All the way across town.
We would, like, literally, me, him, and our 2 best friends, like, we'd drive down to this little card shop over here, bro, and we'd all walk out with, like, 5 cards in our 5 packets of cards in our pocket. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like, it's scary, like. Bro,
what's scary about it? Because you see so much bad shit on the internet, or because you see so much bad shit in real life?
Bro, if they would report good shit,
let me ask you that. When was the last time you saw something real bad with your own eyes in real life? When was the last time you saw something on the internet real bad?
It's because it's mind
daily.
Control. It's because it's
you're
mind
looking
control,
at it
bro.
constantly. You're feeding into that addiction.
So I'm part of that advocacy program right now, right? So what they actually did with the last advocacy program for 80916, right where your guys' store is at, right? So when they reported from down there, it was always murder, homicide, boo, boo, boo. But when it was up here, somebody got shot. Somebody got accidental shooting, blah, blah, blah. So they actually worked with the newspaper, or not the newspaper, the media in Colorado Springs to actually quit, basically diversifying. Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah. Diversifying each part of the city.
But when you drive up and down the city, do you diversify it?
No,
do you
what they were trying to do is make Southeast Colorado Springs look like a fountain and everywhere else. Like it was when you go down there, you feel like it's crime because what you were.
I live down there, so for me, it's like I work down there, so I don't see any of that. Like
but that's what we're talking about, bro. Like literally,
when I first moved here in 2013, it was don't move down there, man. That's good.
Bro,
I moved down there, and it's
not that bad.
It's not bad. I've never had. Maybe I left my door open one night, and I'm pretty sure in any neighborhood, you leave your door open maybe once or so. Somebody might go in your shit and take something.
Yeah.
So
and it's crazy. Like if you're really real, like the poor don't steal from the poor; they steal from the rich. Like they come up here if they're gonna do anything. Everybody from that neighborhood will come
Depends
up
on
here.
how desperate they
and
are.
Anybody,
they're going to steal from
it doesn't matter.
Opportunity is opportunity. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
That's why we can't leave our cars puffing in the morning.
I mean, it is. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just so fed into this addiction of the internet and of everything else that it's hard to be risky like you used to because you're afraid, because you've seen 150,000 videos of, people getting hit by cars playing out in the street. We lived in the streets, you
were telling, fuck you. I'm
exactly.
Bro, I died for a football one time, bro.
Yeah, we used to get down.
You're scaring yourself.
And I literally cut my arm open because I dived into glass like a dumbass.
Yeah.
And I was just bleeding. I was like, Grandma!
Back in my day, that's how you knew who the fastest kid in the neighborhood was. When you sat down and raced, the kid who took his shoes off to race in the street.
Yeah.
You didn't want to race him.
And when you did, it was... that's how you knew who was the fastest person in the Hayden.
Albert Tumlin was the one that, and remember Ramon Halsey? The one from the street. Those two guys, bro, fastest guys. That
I was never fast on my feet, but we used to race our bicycles up and down the streets too. We'd like
make a track
around cars that are parked on the sidewalks up and down
driveways.
the street.
We used to get yelled at for being in people's driveways all the time.
Yeah,
doing skid marks because we'd run the same track for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and then we got some motorcycles. I had this little 100, but his bike that he had was an old school bike. But I loved riding that bike more than I did mine because mine was all soft. But you got on that bitch.
Yeah, dumped it a few times.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just.
So you like the Panthers,
you're just not
huh?
letting the kids be kids.
Are you from Carolina or no?
Hell no, I'm a Cam Newton
Kansas. Newton fan.
Oh.
It's like me with Manning, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't even go into this because we haven't talked sports yet. Marshall started talking shit, but I'm a big DeSean Jackson fan. Okay, I've always been a DeSean Jackson fan.
No, my problem with you is you've always been a flip flop, like team bandwagon.
Okay, Tampa Bay. It was Work done.
Yeah,
I liked him, so I supported Work done.
So you're a player fan.
Yeah, I'm a player fan.
I can attest to him with that.
I'm a Broncos fan, but I am a player fan. Like literally right now, my favorite player would probably be it's going to be Philip Lindsay. So my Broncos are going to be the only team I'm focusing on. But when you have a player like as dynamic as DeSean Jackson was when he came into the league, Cam Newton, you got to watch these guys. And then you're like, damn, I'm watching the team.
That's it.
And at the time, bro, it wasn't bad to watch them because they had LaShawn McCoy, they had Michael Vick. So everybody's like, oh, yeah, no, bro, that's just where my favorite player went to play. I watched him in college.
Teams
aren't loyal. My favorite.
That's what I'm saying. You're rooting for your favorite players, and then your players do these crazy things like LeBron with the whole fucking Cleveland going to Miami.
Are you a LeBron fan?
I am.
So I mean,
bro, 2 days ago I renounced.
Yes, you did say that.
I did renounce
with that huddle. Is that what?
It's just the effort, man. When you call yourself the greatest, which
did you see that huddle where he didn't even look at his team?
It's things like that. That doesn't show.
You think Kobe or Michael ever did that? 100%. I'm not a big basketball fan,
but some people I ride with LeBron because, like, yeah, he does some shit that's arrogant. But at the end of the day,
he's
LeBron
a good guy.
He came out of high school. He got a $100 million deal. How many young black men out of high school get $100 million? He's still with the same.
I don't know anybody.
The thing is,
still with
came out.
He hasn't fucked up.
He's still with the same girl he was with in high school. You haven't heard no scandals about LeBron doing this, doing that.
I'm waiting.
Caught up.
I'm waiting for Tom Brady too.
Like so, for a level, and for him to live up to expectations of being on the cover of magazines before you even step foot in the NBA.
Yeah.
And he was my favorite player before he even got drafted.
Yeah.
Just because.
That's how it was with DeSean.
In high school, I don't know if you remember even just trying to follow him a little bit in high school, but he got suspended from games from like the throwback. This is when like the throwback jerseys and stuff were really huge when we were, of that age. And I remember us like trying to buy these $300 jerseys. Me in high school trying to buy these, and he getting in trouble and not being able to play. His mom getting him a Hummer, and they're wondering where she's getting this. So things like that. That's man. I wish I could do this shit. I'm 17. He's a year older than me. I wish I could do this shit. And then for him to live up to most of these expectations and like. On that point, I don't see how you can't be a fan. Like, the shit, okay, did he leave Cleveland fucked up? Yeah, could he have changed that? But at the end of the day, it's his choice. Teams get to decide when they want to cut you, trade you, or whatever. So why do players have to be loyal? So,
Bro, it's just like Josh Gordon. Football's kind of a little bit harder because there's so many players to follow. But Josh Gordon was a phenomenal player in college. And people just can't handle money. And it is a freaking amazing story that LeBron was able to do that.
Well, let me ask you this.
Everybody has controversy behind their name. Kobe, Michael. Michael wasn't a very good dude.
Well, that's what I wanted to bring up. Like you mentioned LeBron and his commitment to Cleveland. Like he loves that city. Don't get me wrong. But I think about like Michael Jordan. He left basketball to go play baseball. Like there comes a point where it's like, hey, like I love you guys, but
I honestly think they made Mike leave for that year. Mike used to gamble, and if you really look at
booger sugar,
that's what I'm saying.
Mike never got down with no booger sugar, but Mike had a gambling problem.
Oh, he did.
It's hard not to when you got more money than you know what to do with.
And the NBA, there was like this whole conspiracy theory about Michael Jordan, and suddenly his dad died that year, and yeah, it's all fucked up. But I haven't read too much into it, but if you want to start connecting the dots, and I like to think everything's a conspiracy, hey.
Was Tupac killed by the government? Tupac and Biggie.
Shit, Tupac might still be alive, man, in Antarctica. That's why they don't let nobody go over there, man.
Bro,
that's on the other side of the wall.
There's another, that brings up another thing. You just gotta look it up because you probably haven't heard about it. But there's a bunch of Nazi fucking populations in South America. Huge Nazi populations.
I don't doubt it.
And they're running shit just like they do. They're all white people in South America, running shit.
But what's the difference with some of these other groups? You see
it's
that with MS-13, the gangs.
Bro, it's the same
you get
thing
the
here,
same,
but it's
just different.
They allow
groups.
them to do. Who's gonna push the drugs? Who's gonna do that? You know what I mean?
Somebody just got busted today. Some truck company for they're literally some food packaging business just got busted today, and they think they're still investigating, but they think he might be related to El Chapo's cartel.
Well, he's coming here to Colorado, one of the biggest max security facilities there are. No one's ever escaped, apparently. And so, shoot, I thought about trying to get a podcast on the road to go interview him. You think they let me in on the visitor list?
No.
Or do you think I'm going to end up in a ditch?
What was the dude's name that got, bro?
Daltone.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm surprised. I would be afraid for my life for that American. Who's the actor that actually interviewed him? Do you guys remember the dude's name?
No.
Which one?
The one that interviewed Chapo?
Oh, the
white guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember his
I'll look
name.
it up. No, but wouldn't you be afraid of your life if you just snitched out the biggest drug lord in the world? I would be I'd be looking out my window.
I wouldn't even want to do the interview. I'll talk about you, bro.
Yeah.
Vince Staple has a song. Hey, man, looking out my window.
So you say that, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you just to throw some conspiracy shit in there. If I were to offer your family $100 million for you to snitch on El Chapo, would you do it? What would be your price tag? Because El Chapo's got more money than anyone knows what to do with.
That's why I wouldn't do it.
At what point do you have a price limit? Because they say everyone's got a price.
For what? Explain it one more time.
If you were to have to rat on him, what's the price? If I said, give me a price.
My price would be this.
Because guess what?
I'll
Amazon CEO, he made how much? $134 billion. You think 40 million, 50 million, 60 million, 70, $100 million? You think I could throw that at you? That scratches the surface.
No.
What's your price?
I don't know. Yeah, that'd be.
I wouldn't do it.
I would have. So
I would have to get an elaborate contract. You can't touch my family. You could kill me.
There's no guarantees with any of that, though.
I'm not doing it.
If
I can't write a contract,
you take that money, you're giving it. There's no contract.
I have too much anxiety anyway. I ain't doing shit. No,
Someone's got a price.
There's a price tag for a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're at the point where it's they tell you, hey, I'm gonna kill you, or you can stay alive and snitch, and we'll make your family wealthy. Do you go out with the bang and stay with your family, or do you just die and say fuck it?
It depends on the state of financial status at that point. If we're doing
your family's
bad,
taken care of forever.
I'd probably go for 150 million.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Just to
be a snitch.
As long as, but there's no control.
So if the 1% says, "Hey, this guy is really starting to mess with our business. He's trying to be greedy. Let's take him out." How do we do that?
Gonna take your ass out just like
they do everyone else.
Bro, those Mexicans don't play, bro.
They know exactly where you are. There's everyone.
Literally, there's guys getting killed in Iowa. I ain't mentioning no names, but my ex had her best friend and her ex-husband. Basically, his dad was part of the cartel, right? He got his ass in some trouble in Mexico. Okay. They have to move every 6 months. because somebody that he's in good with that's still in there. Tell him like they're coming, bro. You gotta go, bro. They move like every other year.
Yeah.
But there's people getting killed all over the country in the United States because they try to
happening
get over here
everywhere.
because they're getting snitched out because they snitched somebody out. And like, I'm gonna tell you right now, 6ix9ine won't be alive for a long time after you get out of prison. You think so?
They can't let nothing happen to him. This is all for show, man. Like, it's entertainment.
It's almost like it was facilitated.
It was.
I don't think that, like, I don't feel like he was involved as much as they're trying to say he was involved in all that shit.
No. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the Patriots, bro? Are they cheaters? Are games fixed?
Nope. I just think they.
What about their owner? What do you think about their owner?
He's a
He
man.
was getting some. He's a man.
He got
bro.
caught?
He's a man with
He got
money.
caught?
He's a man with money, and unfortunately,
Or someone get pissed off and now they're trying
and
to
his
get
wife
greedy?
died with cancer, or doesn't she?
I don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
If she has cancer now, that's fucked up.
They have an agreement. He's not just out there doing this, and she don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just feel like I don't think Tom Brady is the greatest. I just feel like without Bill Belichick, he wouldn't be shit.
I don't know.
I had this
They go
argument
hand in
with.
hand.
I think I had this argument with you before.
Because I think Tom Brady could go to the fucking San Francisco 49ers anywhere. I think Tom Brady could go anywhere.
You think he?
No, I was having the conversation with you before we
think
started
he's
the
the GOAT?
stream.
Yeah.
It's not a one-man team. Like,
Granted, he does need a defense.
like it's
I'm not gonna lie.
You,
He has
you
played
put
with
the
the most
system in
diminished-
place and you put the right pieces. If it works, it doesn't have to be the greatest as long as it works.
True.
In their mindset,
And
it's
they
like
figured that shit out.
they did. It
Bill
ain't about the
Belichick.
fame, the
New
fortune.
England-
It's about
New
we go
England
out
can
there and
play.
win.
Who the fuck is Julian Edelman? Okay. Then it was who is Danny Amendola? Julian Edelman. They drafted him as a quarterback.
So
They didn't draft him as a quarterback, but they drafted him as a quarterback out of college and made him into a receiver.
and even kind of going, they're just smart. But Bill Belichick focuses one game at a time. My Carolina Panthers got to 6-2 this year. Everybody was talking about playoffs. That doesn't happen under Bill. Bill Belichick isn't talking. He won't let his team talk about playoffs.
Yeah.
We got to 6-3. We're still talking about, we could still make the. We're not talking about the next game. Bill Belichick doesn't let that shit happen.
Hey, the Colts learned
Like-
that last year, bro. The Colts learned that lesson last year. They started off 1-6, turn around and make a playoff run, make it to the playoff games.
You've been riding hard
Like-
with the Colts because you didn't even talk to. I tried calling you after that game. You didn't talk. You were
I
kind
didn't
of
want
mad.
to talk.
No,
I didn't
he
want to
did
talk.
the right thing.
Yeah, but I mean that's like their whole mindset was 1-0. Like the rest of the year, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0,
Yeah,
1-0,
that's it.
1-0.
That's all you go.
And
You lose.
they made it all the way to the playoffs.
Yeah.
They made a magical year. We showed some light on our offensive line though, boy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Andrew Luck was protected this year.
They got some
Bro,
big boys.
I'm just telling you right
Yeah.
now, the biggest, and this isn't being a Broncos fan bias, the biggest rookie showing ever by an undrafted free agent, Phil Lindsay run over that whole that man's a beast.
He's nice.
He's
Yeah.
only like 3 inches taller than me, bro. And I met him. They were presented to Rob's football team,
Yeah.
the trophies. Bro, the dude's literally built like a brick shit house, is fast as lightning, but nobody want to pick him up. And then John Elway said he was going to get him. No call.
It's about
Baltimore
numbers,
was about
you
to
know,
get him,
fit
get
the
him.
mold.
Yep.
He's not 5'11", 6
Yeah.
foot. He's
Yeah.
not XYZ. Motherfuckers miss out.
And I
There's
just
an
watched a
exception to the
motivational-
rule in
Yeah.
everything.
I
There
was
is.
just watching a motivational speech today. The guy was talking about his son wanting to quit football, and the son asked the coach, what do I need to do to play in the NBA? He goes, you don't pass the eye test. And he's like, you don't pass it, you need to lose 15 pounds and get your jumper right. And he's like, what? He's like, what's the eye test? And that's exactly what Phil Lindsay didn't pass. Bro, they missed out. A lot of people missed out, but
And
it's
then it's
going to be...
fucked up. And at least in football, it's like you got to be lucky because, you don't pass the eye test. You're undrafted. You don't get paid too much for being an undrafted, free agent. You got to hopefully make it to
Off the practice squad. Even
So
on the practice
practice
squad.
squad, you got to make the team. Then you got to hope to make it a couple years so you are eligible for another contract.
Yeah.
In the NFL, your contracts are guaranteed. You can go out there, snap your ACL.
You're done.
Being a running back,
So
you're damaged good.
That's why I hate that people are hating on Le'Veon Bell doing what he did.
Yeah,
He just trying to get
At
paid.
the end of the day, I respect it.
And that's where it becomes
Who's the
a
Seattle-
team game.
Who's the Seattle Seahawk, the safety that was flipping everybody off?
Sherman Williams.
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
No. What's the dude's name?
Oh, Earl Thomas.
Earl
Thomas.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, bro. He didn't
wanted
sign a
new
contract.
No,
yeah.
he didn't sign. He wanted a new contract.
And he didn't sit out like Le'Veon.
He did. He sit out for
A couple games, right?
but he came back just because
and probably won't come back.
In good faith that they were hopefully going to sign him to another contract or trade him.
Yeah.
And
He broke his fucking leg,
He
right?
breaks his fucking
Yeah.
leg. Like, and it's no guaranteed contract. So, hey, whatever you sign at that signing bonus that was a guaranteed portion. That's why I don't mind people sitting out in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, you can go out, somebody can knock your ass out in one play, and you don't step back on that field.
Yeah.
So you better hustle for all that guaranteed money that you can in those contracts. So
I really feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be in for a lot of shit next year. They might be without Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell.
They run their business.
But James
Steeler
Conner did
football.
all right.
They've only had 3 fucking football coaches their whole franchise.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I heard that last year. I'm like, what?
Like,
My friend Rob's a hardcore
so
Steelers fan.
they're gonna be okay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's just the way James Conner did okay to me. He's no Le'Veon Bell, but
No.
he did okay.
Bro, but can you... the thing that kind of like gets me kind of crazy, like I play flag football, like I'm not athletic, I just got a good mindset, but the thing that crazes me out, the mindsets are getting better, and the biggest thing is, bro, people are getting bigger and faster every freaking year with technology.
It's because you
with
have
different-
access to information.
Everybody wants their kid
You
to
learn.
be.
You start them younger,
Yeah,
and
like,
smarter.
Look at my nephew, like,
Or
bro,
step
I'll show you
up.
some videos of my nephew. Ask Marshall, he is a fucking monster. Bro, his first year,
He's aggressive.
bro, he runs people over, and he'll look at him like, "What up, huh?" Like, I'm like,
He's
I was
aggressive.
like, because he doesn't hit with his shoulder, bro. When he's running through people, crown of his helmet, I'm like, dude, don't do that. You can run with your shoulder down, but bro, they start him out young, and I'm trying.
For me, I got all boys, but I always told myself I wasn't gonna be the dad who lived through my kids. If they wanna do the sports, I got you 100%. I'll teach you whatever you want to learn. But I wasn't. I guess I'm not the dad that's going to live through my kids. You see these fathers on social media
pushing their kids to do a
pushing
sport
their,
they want to
like,
do.
yeah, you know what I mean? Let these. At the end of the day, yeah, you can get them scholarships, pay for their school, do some shit like that, but don't try to make yourself like look better because you're trying to live through your child. Like, I'll support your kid, but there's that fine line where it's like, man, let's get off this fluff, man.
like-
But is it just teaching? It's an education.
But my nephew, like, he's been talking about boxing, so he's like,
And not all parents
Yeah.
do it. There's
Yeah.
just certain parents are actually, hey, my kid actually is taking an interest in this. I'm gonna make sure they
there's
do this
4 or 5 kids on
100%.
my team that I tell their parents, like, why ain't they playing? Because they don't want to participate at practice. They don't want to participate. Well, I'll have a stern talk with them. I'm gonna tell you, whatever. I'm gonna say, John Doe, your kid doesn't want to play football, man. He's gonna play some damn football now. And I'm just like, sir, he doesn't want to play football. I'm not being
It is.
disrespectful.
So just teach him something that he might enjoy
yeah,
about
I was
football.
like, go buy him a basketball, a soccer, maybe get him trumpet, do something different. Like,
it's never too late. There's stories of people not playing sports until their 10th grade, 11th grade.
some of these football players,
catching on late. There's nothing wrong with that. Once you hit puberty in high school, hey, I actually want to play football.
Yeah.
Sign me up for basketball. Like, hey, man, come on now. They'll
Change
figure
it.
out later on.
LeBron, like, I think 4 or 5 years ago, like, they were talking like he wanted to kind of make the move to the NFL. I don't think any of it was like a big thing,
Oh,
but
hell no. LeBron wasn't doing
he's
that.
too smart. He's too smart. But what we got to talk about
Yeah.
before this ends, though, are either one of you guys follow UFC much?
Not a whole lot.
Oh my
No,
God, there
not
is
a
a
whole
huge
lot. We
card
talked
this
about this
weekend,
already.
bro.
Is it the Jones fight?
Jones versus Mike something. Mike Smith, some white ass name. Mike Evans, I think. Maybe I don't know. I'm thinking football now. But then Tyron Woodley against Rahman Usman. Bro, it's freaking crazy. I wish you guys watched it. It's probably gonna be the biggest pay-per-view draw ever. That's why I miss Floyd Money Mayweather, man. I hope he has one more fight. I don't think he'll do it, but yeah.
Unless he gets offered $10,000 to go knock out a rookie again.
Bro, that was set up.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That
He'll
was
take
set
that
up.
all
Did you
day.
see? He didn't even get hit. If you watched that, where he went to China,
Yeah.
bro. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me ask you this: if he got in the ring with you, you think you'd hit him?
Bro, the thing I just want to touch on this. People said Floyd Mayweather's he's not an exciting boxer. Yeah, I'll give that
He's
to him.
gonna let you hit him,
Bro, he's gonna let you hit him.
He gets in the defensive.
Yeah.
position.
He gets in the box position. He shoulder rolls, whatever. But I'm telling you right now, he says it in an early interview. He goes, "I didn't come in this sport to get punched." That's the
No.
whole thing about it.
Exactly.
He goes, "I play offense with my defense."
How many times do you think he'd punch you?
Bro,
He lights you
bro,
up.
unlimited, bro. Like
Yeah.
I would be curled up because what Floyd does a lot, he'll tap, get you on the right here and he'll not hurt you. That's why Floyd, he's a championship round fighter. He doesn't get good until the 6th round.
I thought about going and checking out his boxing ring while I was down in Vegas.
Bro, it's like it costs a little bit of money.
I wasn't gonna like go inside, just walk by. And
Go
check
to
it
the
out.
boxing ring.
Yeah.
Go to this gentleman's club.
That's where you want to go.
I follow him on Instagram.
Okay.
He promotes it a lot,
That's
so-
where.
What is it
we
called?
hang
Like
out.
I should know because I'd be following all his
I'll
shit.
send you pictures.
Yeah.
But now he's getting accused. De La Hoya's little bitch ass is trying to sue him over some like money laundering shit.
I don't even know what it is.
Floyd,
I haven't heard of that
Floyd be
one yet.
like, he's just a real motherfucker.
I
That's
mean,
all about Floyd.
when you got more money than you know what to do with, you just start throwing money at shit. Like, I thought it seemed legit. I'm just kind of, how can I make my money make more money for me?
Oh no,
and there's
he's
so
smart
many
with
people
his money
in
now. When
between
people
you.
start saying that he was broke, I feel like a minute that he might have started
And when rich people say they're broke, that's a rich person's broke, not a poor person's
No.
broke.
They
Rich
still have
people's
millions.
broke is, hey, I'm down to my last couple mil. Like, hey, that's still
More than
And
that.
after that, he opened like the 2 strip clubs. He's trying to branch it out. He talked about moving one to Denver, LA, and Florida. That'd be nice, bro. I'd go check it out. Not that I like strip clubs.
I've never been, but I might go check it out in Vegas. I always said Vegas was gonna be the spot.
hey man, y'all should just enjoy yourself. Man.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Nicole goes strip club with you.
Yeah, I'm sure she would. I mean,
She's listening up there like.
the only
"Hell
thing
no."
is, I'm sorry, it doesn't go the other way. I'm not going to
Marshall, did you put that shit
Chippendale
up?
thing. Which one?
The anonymous shit.
No, someone else put that up.
That's kind of cool. I thought I was scared like somebody just.
That's the
popped it up.
CIA, bro. I'm telling
Hey, I
you,
was
they
about to
shut
say,
us
what the fuck
down.
is
I'm
that?
telling you.
That is kind of crazy. Like
That's
Marshall
someone
worked all
live
day.
on chat.
Marshall did
Somebody
it
put
all
that in
day.
there?
Yeah, someone's on chat on there. Yeah.
He's freaking out.
Well, I told you guys right at the beginning of the show. My name's got CIA in it, bro. They've been on me for years.
Bro, it's true, dude. Like, if you put like anything,
I
in
got you. Keep bringing me up.
I'm telling you right now, if you say certain words, if you say like, I'm gonna KEEL
Make sure you save a copy of this film.
DE El Presidente. Did you guys get that?
No, don't say it again. You're an idiot.
So
You're an
if you,
idiot.
it will literally spark. Like
You're an idiot.
that's how they know. That's how we know they're listening,
You hear how dumb he is?
bro. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm not listening to him right now.
No, like you don't. Bro, you don't think they're listening to that?
I think they would because you're an idiot.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, okay.
You just remember what I told you.
Yes. I got you.
Hold on, let's talk about something to get us in trouble. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's
Joe
what it
Rogan.
sounds like.
No, Joe Rogan just wouldn't even play this video because he's like, they'll pull us down. Like, there's copyright issues and shit
Oh,
for
I'm
playing
sure
other
there
people's
is.
videos. And he's like, he wouldn't say, he had to stop Alex Jones. He's like, don't say that. He goes, they'll pull me down. I think he's been pulled down quite a bit of times. And
It happens, I guess.
That shit is freaking me out.
Are you Marshall?
That's the whole point.
Marshall, who is that though?
Do you know?
Can you check like the users and shit that are on here?
It says anonymous, bro.
And that's that picture, bro.
Bro, it usually says their
They're gonna
names
get
though,
you.
bro.
No, it's anonymous.
Yeah.
That would be taken though on Switch.
No. You never seen those people that...
I know who they are, but wouldn't you think like they would have their like somebody that would have that name would be of some influence because anonymous would be like they would have that name already. Like that's not some just random person that's watching our show.
You never know. You see. Look, I titled the
That's fucking
Conspiracy
me up,
Theory
bro.
podcast. Anybody on the internet that wants to stream on Twitch or watch on Twitch can tune in and enjoy the show. Maybe if our channel gets a little bit bigger, we can have more
You ever got
more
on
involvement.
the dark web?
No. Did you guys? What was
Not
that?
that I want to talk about.
What's it called?
The dark web?
Huh?
What's that?
No, it's actually, I don't know what it is. It's like, they say we only use like 10% of the real internet that there actually is. And
Are you talking about all the shit you used to do? Just kidding.
I don't know, man. This shit is crazy.
All I'm gonna say is I used to have a
Shut
good
down.
hookup on like Photoshop. Anything I want, I could call a certain person down the road, and it'd always be there.
What was that? The Charlotte Web website or something where people was ordering? I don't know. I may be saying it wrong. Where people were going online ordering drugs and shit.
Bro, it's still happening on Amazon. You could go buy straight up
I'm
Viking.
talking about. Oh, maybe you can.
Yeah, bro. There's
Shit.
like literally like my best friend.
What Bezos doing? That's how you got all that money,
serious,
For
bro.
real.
I'm dead ass
Now
serious.
we know
like,
why El Chapo's getting locked up. Benzo's taking over.
I'm dead ass serious, bro.
Can't
Like,
go order no fucking.
bro, I'm telling you.
Clickbait. I'm about to get 1 million views.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. You know Justin, my best friend.
No.
His grandpa.
Yes.
They cut him off because he was addicted to opiates,
Yeah.
and he was buying them from Amazon. Not labeled Vicodin, but they were some like kratom is a herbal substance that makes you feel like you're doing opiates. So a lot of these people are doing that. So obviously it can be. Come on, the scientific or science or what is it called, bro? They shut us down again, bro.
Maybe. No, I think we're all right. It's still green over here. I think I just lost.
But like synthetic weed, if that's possible, they can like it's synthetic. They're just gonna co-name it. Like, come on. But have you guys heard about the crazy? Have you guys heard about the crazy stories about those people like on the synthetic weed? Like, Rob told me one about his little brother's girlfriend like going stiff.
Yeah.
And she couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
K2 in Kansas, they used to sell this shit in gas stations. There was the dude who owned the liquor store in the back of it. It was popular before motherfuckers started geeking out and they labeled it as a drug. And
I'm not gonna mention the dude's name, but he used to kick with Bo's little brother. But he used to smoke a lot of that shit. Like he got dumb for a minute. He said the first time he did it, he sat in front of the wall and he said he just like looked at paradise for a couple minutes. Like it just.
You guys ever heard of that? What's it called? Salvia. Have you ever heard of Salvia?
Yeah, I didn't
So
try that shit.
it was something you can buy at the head shop. It's like this herb, and it's supposed to make you hallucinate
Oh,
or whatever.
it's a kind of
I
same
tried.
shit.
Nothing happened to me, but my buddy like went into like a straight trance. It was crazy, craziest thing ever. Like no, this other guy I know, but he just went straight like zombie mode. Like he didn't realize where he was at, and it's crazy because at the exact same time, someone in our front, like in our road where we lived, was drinking and driving and plowed into the back of an SUV. And we were all sitting in the garage trying this Salvia. And we open the garage door, all run out there. And he wakes up from his trance like, what the fuck? Like, I can't even imagine how crazy that would have been.
He's still good? Like,
maybe. I don't know. I tried to hit him up to go fishing and stuff, but he doesn't like to go.
That's crazy. I'm telling you right now, that's why I would never do a hallucinogenic ever in my life. Like,
You gotta try it once.
Fuck no.
Try some shrooms.
Yeah, it's about
Bro,
to
they're
be
about to be legal, bro.
decriminalized.
About to be legal. What is,
You can grow them in your backyard.
The thing is about this though is like once marijuana gets legalized all over the United States, like how are they going to treat the criminals that have just been in there for weed indictments?
It's like that now.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like these guys, like bro, it's just made. prisons
It's
are
only illegal because they can't regulate.
You know, prisons aren't
That's the
owned by the
only-
government.
Yeah,
Bro, prisons are they are a profit business.
Yeah.
If they don't have a certain number of prisoners, they
Do
don't
you
hit
know
their
why
quota.
prisons were created?
Mm-mm.
So we can really get to that real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, I got
So-
15 minutes before I gotta go.
All right.
Go to bed.
So there was slavery. Slavery happened, and
Yeah.
then there was slavery ended, and people weren't too happy about slavery ending. So
Hey, bro, right here, real quick. I just want you. These same microphones or headphones, right?
What?
Same headphones.
Why are you trying to cut them off? Yeah, they're the same thing.
It's just a triangle in your ear, bro.
Oh, I was like, what the
Oh, go
heck?
ahead. Go ahead.
So slavery ends.
Yes.
And people aren't too happy about it. So they came up with reasons to get these
Is that the Jim Crow laws?
newly freed slaves. They came up with laws to, okay, if you're out past curfew, if you don't have a job, the only way I can make you a slave is if you go back into this prison system. If you're a prisoner, you can be a slave to the state, and you can continue.
And it was all the stuff that African Americans were not doing.
Right. So if you didn't have a job, if you were out, or if you spit on this concrete, if you did this, you could be arrested.
Yep.
So, and put you right back in prison and to
Back
be
to slavery.
Back to slavery. So then it evolves from doing that to now corporations
Bought into it.
And then how do you think that falls into people lobbying for harsh sentences on drug use?
Yeah.
When you don't treat people for drug use with prison, you treat them with a fucking
Another
psychologist.
Psychologist. You don't send somebody who's a drug addict to jail because they keep fucking doing drugs. You send them somewhere to rehab. You don't send them to jail. That's the reason. You know what I mean? So,
But what if they go to rehab and get more educated on drugs and then get
Walter White status?
Yeah.
Hey, then send their ass to jail. Okay, but I think that all plays into like, hey, we're gonna make laws now to get more people to be in jail, so we can fill these jails up, because it says you can. It costs less money. It costs less money to send these motherfuckers who are in jail through college,
like 65% less.
Yeah.
Something.
It costs less money to send these people who are in jail through college than it is to keep them in jail.
Yeah.
But why educate a fucking criminal? You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you out. You're probably gonna do the same shit, and you're gonna probably end back up in here, and you're gonna be back doing what I need you to do.
Yeah.
So
That dude was paid off by the 1%.
It's a numbers game.
He's doing what's asked of him.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. We want to keep the business.
I'm tempted to hit that, bro, but just to make a little bit of fun ending right now. But you guys probably have to take me to the hospital.
That's so funny.
Rob tried to get me to hit that so many times. Like,
No,
I'm just
that's
like,
not
no.
that bad.
When I'm drinking, I could do it, but like I don't get freaked out. But I can't even smoke weed when like I'm sober. Like I can't even smoke weed.
Why?
I get too like paranoid, bro.
Yeah.
Like not that I just feel like
You've had too many uppers. This is too much of a downer for you.
What are you talking about? No, not no more. I'm a good guy. I switched over to T-Mobile side. That was a Sprint thing.
We're about to lose our jobs.
I ain't
now.
lying.
Oh man.
No, bro. High five to T-Mobile for having like, I got me a fat ass check today.
Good.
They pay good.
Well, since you got such a fat check, hit up the Twitch channel. There's a donation spot. It's linked to PayPal. Go ahead and
did we get
make
to
a
that status
donation.
already?
Well, donations are through PayPal. You're just donating through PayPal. It's once we get to 50 followers, then we get up to a subscription button where, thanks to Jeff Bezos, anyone that subscribes to their channel with their Amazon account gives me money for free.
Bro, this fool's a marketer, bro.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
He knows exactly how this stuff works.
I'm telling you, CIA, let me in, guys. I'm part of the gang. I'm telling you.
DEA.
You fucking idiot.
FBI.
Where's that anonymous thing at?
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
See?
He took it off.
Bro, like, literally,
I low-key wanted you to just
Like you can go on any channel because it's all live and click it, and if you want to hit chat, well, if they have open,
I'm freaking
chat.
out now. I'm getting chills on my back. Do you know who they are, Marshall?
No,
Bro, where do you just find that?
Bro,
That's what I was saying. Where do you just go find that motherfucking little
that Marshall,
thing?
that's a legit group that literally shut
they
down
troll
the play.
people on Twitch.
Bro,
They're just trolls. They're just having fun.
But you can't get that username out of nothing.
That's
You
what
see what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying.
Like if I have a Chris or a Robert Williams, how many times do you get an actual like name from like a website like that?
Actually, go to those little smiley faces right
Yeah,
there. Tell me if you have one of those in there. If there's one in there,
I'm gonna chill out.
You can as a host, you can have these created for you, and it can literally be whatever you want.
but the anonymous one.
I don't specifically.
Marshall,
have
you don't
that
know what
one.
anonymous is though.
Yeah, I know, bro. I'm part of them. Look, here you go. Check this one out. Boom.
Marshall, stop! You're gonna get us in trouble.
Clickbait.
So that's what I'm saying. Those little smiley faces to have that anonymous one, the little picture that was there.
It's not
That was
there.
dope.
It's not there.
It was.
I know, but I'm saying it's not in the emoji section.
No.
I don't have that one.
That's
Marshall,
what I'm
I don't think you're
saying.
thinking like we are though, bro. Like literally, that name. So my name is Chris Gallegos, and
Show
obviously
me where you could do that.
on Facebook.
No, he's saying the username's more unique because not everyone can.
So
have the
like
same
my name's
username.
Chris Gallegos, so I have to
since
get
mine's Fire
numbers.
Marshal.
It's
there
unique.
can't be another Fire Marshal.
Right.
Does that make sense? So it's
So-
one person.
I get all that.
So what I'm trying to explain to him, and what he's not realizing is that like that's the leader. Like he's letting us in, bro.
Are you not freaked out though? Like that is.
You didn't see me
I'm still freaked out. That shit's not in the emoji section.
When we were talking about it, that's where I was.
But you should still be that way. Why are you at ease right now?
Because
I had him take it off because you guys got scared.
How did who take it off?
Nobody. It's anonymous.
That's you, huh?
No, I'm Fire Marshal. See?
I already had a conversation, so hey.
Marshall, do you swear on everything?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Dog, and it just
That's some
disappeared.
bullshit.
Can you erase comments from that? Like if you went on another's,
I don't know. Probably.
you could erase your comment.
No, maybe. I don't know. I'm still new to this. You can. I know you can put it in like sub mode and stuff. Which clear chat. Yeah, I could clear chat. See.
But I don't think they could, bro. I'm scared, bro. Like, my name is John Smith Wesson.
They just
Marshall,
gotta check
just
the
remove
other
my.
podcast.
Can you take
Go
my
to our-
shit?
go
Can
to
you
our
take my
history,
shit off
check our
the
other-
home screen, bro? Like literally, dude. Like I'm scared now. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. That's not.
That's
you
not
don't
funny.
understand how like that's messed up. Like, cause that is not a unique. That you said it right.
Yeah.
Exactly my mind thought right now.
Or in the little smiley face thing.
Like
Yeah.
if it was there, I'd be
You
cool.
could go find that and put it right there. Like only somebody who got that shit on hand.
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, someone that's got it on hand. Like I said, trolls. People that just troll the internet.
Okay, so guys, what we're talking about right now is everybody knows who anonymous is. So we actually had somebody just put the anonymous sign with the username anonymous. Obviously, you can't get that
In
name.
chat.
You can't get that name easily. It's not a unique name at all. So it was just anonymous, no special characters, nothing, and it just popped up in chat with an anonymous symbol, and all of a sudden disappears. So I'm freaking out right now because that's weird. That's honestly weird. Marshall's freaking out a little bit too.
No.
Marshall's
I'm good.
too easy about it, man.
This is
Yeah,
real
I
shit,
am.
man. This is real
Watch
shit.
the spelling of
I
my name.
I'm gonna be looking over my shoulder for a minute. We're telling
Here,
stuff we
look,
shouldn't be
watch, I can
telling.
do this too. Check this out.
Marshall better stop.
My notification can be this from now on. This one kind of, you have to go like that, just so it makes sense.
Oh, you have to.
It's Fire Marshal, but CIA's capitalized.
We were pretty deep in some stuff too when that popped up, huh?
Just
We
saying.
were. Hey.
Marshall, explain why you didn't want to come on.
Just watch over your shoulder.
It's all right.
We got them. The 1%'s letting us in. They just came and gave us the
We
sign
don't
of
have a lot
approval.
I don't know. We don't have a lot of influence on people right now, so.
Oh, bro, the thing is
let us be right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I wake up in the morning and this video has a bunch of hits on YouTube, be a little scared.
Well, I'm clickbaiting it because of some of the shit you said.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I did. DEA.
Clickbait.
I'm telling you right now. I'm trying to say it out loud so you guys are all listening. Just say every government word you could say right now.
No, you're an idiot. No. Well, I think that's it for the show tonight, guys. I appreciate it. We had fun.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me on. Yep, appreciate it.
Yeah.
What'd you think? Did you have fun? I know you've been asking about this conspiracy stuff.
Oh, bro, I'm down for anything. I'll talk shit, bro. You'll be back, bro.
Yeah,
there's so much more to talk about.
Yeah.
Marshall in a day found out I come here. He you know how he is. He doesn't. Bro, he's over there telling me about this and that, flying the satellites. I'm like, all right, you're starting to learn.
I just started doing the math. Like, if I had $143 billion, what do? I build a satellite and put it in space, and I put anything of meaning to me, and I hide it in space.
So you didn't look up and just see a paragraph about satellites in space?
No, I started looking at conspiracy videos, and then it just got me into a web of more and more videos.
So then you're like, how much would it be for, like, to put a satellite in space?
Yeah, and it's anywhere from $40 million to $400 million.
I thought he'd like a scene
I just don't.
If you had that much money and you had the opportunity to put a satellite in space,
but I'm asking,
if I truly believed in a space, I would probably, I'd spend my money on whatever the hell.
Exactly.
Marshall,
so $40 million is nothing if I got $134 billion.
So your mindset was conspiracy theories, money, blah blah blah.
I just started thinking about the 1% and how much power they can have.
And you just decided that you're gonna see how much money it would cost to put your own satellite into space.
Yeah. Well, the dude from Tesla put a fucking car in space.
And that was so fake to me.
So was the moon landing, but it is what it is. Well, we'll have to continue some of these conspiracy theories because I feel like I'm just kind of scratching the surface on them. I think I didn't really start getting into them until I started working with Rob because Rob started bringing them up. But, I mean, it's just fun. I think it's fun. It's entertaining. Especially when, you get super deep into thought about it and spend hours.
Nah, fuck that, man. The biggest thing of the night is Anonymous, bro. They gave us an opening, like you said.
Well, appreciate it, guys.
Bro, what's going to fucking suck is when we get on our TVs tonight and it's going to be like post up Anonymous.